Good morning, surrendered souls. Now, listen, this is a little bit of I've already talked about finding the lesson in the moment and knowing, like, when you look back on something tough, you can see why that was helpful for you, but in the moment all you can do is feel the frustration and you just can't see it. So I'm just popping up here today just to share with you. I'm walking this path with you. Now, over the past week or so, I've been noticing that quite a lot of the audiobooks in my app, Audible app, are coming up for um not coming up for deletion, but they're saying they're not going to be available in my catalogue anymore. And I'm thinking, this is outrageous. I've paid for these books. How on earth is it possible? And then I'm starting to go, hold on. At least if I buy books, and if I turn my camera around, I'm literally, the office is full of books. If I buy books, they sit on my shelf indefinitely. Like, I've got books on my shelf that my mum had, she's dead now. And I open them, the books are all yellowed, right? So how is it that I can have a book on a digital platform and it expires? Like, I was outraged by it on the talking to the help desk people and all of that kind of stuff, and they were basically saying, is we haven't got either they were saying we haven't got the rights for it anymore. You can't argue with law, but if I'd have bought the book, nobody would be telling me I don't have the rights for it anymore. Or some of them were in the Plus catalog. I hadn't even realized there's such good content in that Plus catalog. Some of them are in the Plus catalog, and so if I want it, I have to buy it. So fine. But I came away from that just thinking, okay, good, I understand, but I still don't like it. That is outrageous. I'm just going to buy paper books from now on. I'm going to close my Audible account. But I've got coming up to 3 credits that I haven't used yet. And so then I'd said, what will happen to my credits? You will lose them. Use them before you lose them. And I'm like, so I'm going to, anyway, the point I'm making, right? Sorry for the rant. The point I'm making is, through the frustration, instead of me being able to see that this is what was happening, instead of me being able to see, here's why, this is coming up for a growth, where's the good for me? In that moment, I just thought, okay, it's not like a major life thing. I have to sit still and find the growth. It was just like an irritation with my audiobook subscription, right? But this morning I was reading and online, one of the things I did then is find some online digital versions of books. So I was reading the online version, and as I was reading it, it occurred to me that the particular book I was reading had sat in my Audible library for 3 years. And I hadn't, although I'd read the beginning of it, I hadn't read the whole thing, and I certainly hadn't actioned any of it. So then I realized that what was happening for me was that I was being shown there is magic, there is quality, there is value in these books, and you're ignoring them. Like, information is not power. Information is not transformation. Anyone who tells you information is power, that's a lie. Information is not power. Acting on information, that is power. Acting on information is power, right? So I was being shown and reminded that you've got all of this information in your world. You're not acting on some of it. You're not acting on this particular thing and anything in this particular book. Take the book away. And then if you really want the book, go and find it and then do what's in there. So that's what I've been doing. So yeah, thanks for listening to my rant. But basically just reinforcing for you that it's not just, I'm not just sitting here going, just do it like it's easy. It's not easy. It takes a moment by moment awareness. What I would say is that happened to me not last night, the night before, was when I was having the conversation with the Audible people, and I spent all day yesterday in my irritated, not funk, but just trying to solve these things, sending love to all the people who were irritating me. But like, it was annoying. But this morning I realized where that growth was. And for me, that is wonderful, because ordinarily, like, it might take me months, sometimes years, to realize that something that had happened actually had served me rather than not. So sometimes the growth and the signal of growth is in how quickly you catch yourself. And at times I'm able to catch myself quicker than I used to. So that's progress. Okay. So anyway, thanks for listening to the rant. I really appreciate that. Where you possibly can, try and bring yourself to the awareness that life is happening for you. Okay. for you. I say that so that you don't have to go through the frustration that I did. All right, anyway, take care. Have a good day.